Yo, what's up? It's your boy Splendid Gaming EGW back today with another episode of Let's Talk Boruto. Yes, today we are talking about Amado and what his true plans are going forward with the series. So first things first, I do want to say, please forgive my voice. I was just on a vacation for about a week, and my last day of vacation, I ended up catching the flu. So yes, I am sick as a dog right now, but I had to get this off my chest because every time I started making this video, I end up falling asleep because I'm sick. But let's get into it. So, first things first, man. The car organization is still a thing. We might think that, oh, they're all disbanded or whatever because Coach, that guy, Boro's dead, Jigen's gone, and Delta's now working for the Leaf. But that could be quite the opposite. Seeing how things are panning out now, everything is going according to Amado's plans. Amado is playing shogi. And, for people that don't know how to play shogi, you would definitely fall victim to a lot of these traps and stuff that he's laying for. I don't play shogi. So yes, I am falling for a lot of this stuff at face value that he's telling us. So, first things first. Car is still alive. Car is still a thing. Car is just a husk. There is a secondary organization. For one being the husk and two being the quote-unquote body. And now that we have Ada and Damon here, now we have the body. Because now we have Ada being the eyes, being the Surigon, and Damon being the full-on feet and legs, hands and feet. There we go. Because he's so freaking strong or whatever. And then we have Kawaki supposedly being like the main driving factor or being the core of all of this. You dig? So that's the first thing. Secondly, it was always a part of Amado's plan to find out where that other karma was. Now, when we first got introduced to when Delta first popped back up to the hideout after fighting with Naruto, she explained to them that yes, there is another karma out there, and that karma happens to be on Naruto's son. Everybody was looking kind of, shocked and surprised or whatever. Amado, he was also looking kind of shocked, but he looked way more intrigued after that. I think it was like a chapter later is when Jigen ended up going to go fight Naruto, and then a few more chapters later, like 3 chapters later, Jigen ended up coming back to Amado to get rejuiced up, and that's when Jigen was telling him about how Boruto is, becoming, better as an Asusuki. And then this is when Amado starts playing freaking shogi. And like I said, I don't know nothing about shogi, but I definitely looked up this move. And it's all because of Amado's first interaction that he had with Leaf Shinobi. And the move in question is called a fork. A fork is a move that one uses. A player uses one piece to attack 2 or more pieces simultaneously with the aim to achieve material advantage. Since the opponent can counter only one of the threats, forks can of course be made by moving a piece to the forking position or by dropping a piece to the forking position. Some forks have specific names in Japanese. A silver forking 2 pieces from behind, which is Waruchi Nojin, or silver stabbing in the back. A fork between a king and a rook is Otebisha. So pretty much what we're going to be talking about is Waruchi Nojin, which is silver stabbing in the back. And the reason why I feel like that plays a major factor is because Shikamaru, that was the first person he wanted contact with Shikamaru. And we know Shikamaru is 1, a shogi player, and 2, he's known for silver's climbing. Fork, silver, stabbing in the back. Okay, now we're gonna digress. So the first thing that Amado used when he was approached by the new gen Inashika Cho was that he used a tuning fork, or like, what do you call it, like a pitching fork or whatever, where pretty much, it makes the weird vibrating noises, da 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 da. So that was the first indication of that there's a meaning behind the meaning, you know what I mean? Like, yes, this does seem like a fucking wonky ass theory for sure. But I mean, that's the first thing to gather our analysis off of it, because I was thinking to myself, why else would they show us him using a tuning fork, and a tuning fork has no other meaning? Like, everything they do has a double meaning. So I'm not, yeah. So then back to Kashin Koji. So Kashin Koji was pretty much designed and assembled to, one, research karma, and to, two, take down Jigen and force Ishiki to pop up. However, what didn't plan on happening, or no, what Amado didn't plan on happening, was that Kashin Koji to actually stay alive. What he really expected to happen was that Kashin Koji was going to get the intel on karma and die with it. Now that Kashin Koji is still alive and does have all this intel on karma, there is a possibility that Kashin Koji will come through in the wink of time and come snatch up Boruto for Amado. Amado has now setting up the board for himself to take what he wants. Now, if the king piece or the end-all be-all goal was to be able to get the chakra fruit, that means the piece that they would have to capture would either be A, Kawaki, or B, Boruto. Now, they've already had Kawaki. Jigen even told the Ten Tails it was going to be a minute before they had to feed him or whatever. But now they need a healthy karma vessel, so that way they can have a good chakra fruit. Boruto is now proving to be one of the best candidates so far, because, one, he took down the whole Utsuki, and then he has rewritten his karma. Instead of him being revived as Momoshiki at being 80%, he is now still Boruto Uzumaki at 100% with Sasuke. So this wasn't something that Amado had planned at all. But what was part of his plan was, after Kawaki's body got damaged, that he had to go leave the Kara hideout and go to the Leaf Village. I mean, some would say it was kind of coincidental, but it's just ironic how it happened. As soon as Delta came back raging about how, the Hokage beat her ass and shit, that Amado decided, oh yeah, I need to go to the Leaf Village and I need to go fix Kawaki's arm. Of course, he made it seem like it was a pressing situation, that he had to, be accepted very soon or whatever. But he also didn't take into consideration that Hokage was back in the village. Now, what else do we got? And so now that Amado is now back in the village, now he can set up Kara from the inside of the Hidden Leaf. I mean, granted, they don't have the Nine Tails anymore. They don't have the Rinnegan anymore. As of right now, the only time space that they have right now is Boruto and Kawaki, now that Kawaki has karma again. But before, it was only Boruto. He made sure that after he reimplanted karma back onto Kawaki, that he made sure that he tried to suppress Momoshiki inside of Boruto, so that way Momoshiki didn't just take over Boruto's body and try to go feed Kawaki to the Ten Tails. I mean, I don't think Amado knows what exactly happened in the other dimension, but I mean, I'm pretty sure if they gave him the rundown that Momoshiki, stabbed out Sasuke's eye and was about to try to take Kawaki, I'm pretty sure Amado knows that Momoshiki was trying to take Kawaki. So, yeah, he had to stop Momoshiki from feeding Kawaki because, like I said, I guess there's something special about Kawaki's karma. I don't know what's so special about Kawaki's karma. Now, another reason why I said that he's playing shogi with everybody. He's making one move count for two moves and making two moves count for four moves. So what ended up happening was that Amado was the one in charge of helping with the experiments of helping people get karmas. However, he managed to give Code what is a white karma seal. Now, you could say that Jigen gave him the white karma seal, but there's nowhere in the manga that Jigen himself says that he gave him the karma seal. Yes, the Ishiki panel in question does mention that he has it, but Jigen himself did not say he gave him that karma. And if Jigen was the one that was supposed to be giving everybody karmas, why would Ishiki be saying he was the one that gave it? That's where we go into, like I said, he's playing everybody. So pretty much he knew that Code was a Asuski worshiper, so he gave him what was a karma in the the sense of a dud, so to say. However, it was still a control mechanism, like this other karma is, just a control mechanism. So, in turn, once Ishiki died, we got to see what looks like Ishiki's spirit come up to Code and pretty much tell Code his well thought out plan for Code to become an Asuski god. Now, the reason why I said it seems that it was his soul is because Ada was actually able to see Ishiki, talking to Code. It is later revealed to us that Ada cannot see things on a spiritual plane. So, I don't know, because Ishiki was technically dead. Technically, Ishiki would have been in the spiritual plane or the spiritual realm trying to convey that message to Code about becoming a Asuski god. However, she was able to see that. I'm under the assumption that that was a projection. There are quite a few other people in the community that are under the assumption that this was a projection as well, because we've seen how chakra manifests, in the Boruto series or whatever. But for Ada to say, like, once Momoshiki and Boruto came back to life, that she wasn't able to see it because it was something that happened on the spiritual plane, but she was able to see what happened between Ishiki and Code, that draws, question into that theory that is definitely a fake message. There we go. It was a fake message. So pretty much, Amado put a battery in Code's back technically, and made Code this guy that's bent on revenge or whatever. So pretty much now Code is bent on revenge. He worships Atsuskis. He has this white karma seal, and now he's supposedly trying to get revenge on everybody. He wants to kill Naruto. He wants to kill Code. He wants to kill Naruto. He wants to kill Kawaki, Boruto, and Amado. However, every time he's supposed to kill Amado, he can't seem to bring himself to kill Amado. And every time he seems to try to get close to Kawaki, he can't seem to bring himself to take Kawaki. Now, this could be all a part of Amado's plan. That, we get these people close enough that way, interactions happen, but the maximum output never happens. And then there's also the theory that Kawaki's karma must resonate off of someone else's. Now, the reason why I say his shit has to resonate off of someone else's is because Kawaki didn't get his karma from Asuski officially. He got his from experimentation. So, I guess in the beginning, because Amado even stated that he tried to give the pills to Kawaki or whatever, but there were two karmas in the household of Kara, and for some reason Kawaki's karma wasn't progressing fast enough. But then once he got around Boruto, his karma started to resonate even more because Boruto has a pure karma. Now, once Amado came back into the village and gave him another karma, he knew that it would resonate off of Boruto's. However, he had to implant that driving factor for one, Kawaki saying he needs karma, and two, for Kawaki to get around the original karma so it can resonate and restart up. Now, with that being said, that is when Boruto and Kawaki in Team 7, they had their training match. And when they had their training match, pretty much that was the first time since Kawaki had lost karma that he actually tried to rely on karma. Right? And then he started feeling helpless, and that's when he decided to try to mask his chakra. And he tried to mask his chakra and then try to leave the village, and in turn that's when Code pulled up on him. So pretty much, Amado the whole time was saying, oh, please don't mess this up, Kawaki, da 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 da. But whole time it was all according to the plan because he needed Kawaki to get near Code. Only reason for is because he needed Kawaki's his new karma that he just re-etched onto him to reawaken by being and resonating near the original karma that it was resonating off of. You dig what I'm saying? Because his karma is a manufactured karma and not a pure Otsutsuki karma that was given by a pure Otsutsuki. Now that we get back to, Kawaki versus Cold, and then Boruto comes back into the picture. Boruto is at about 82% Otsutsuki, and he starts to tap into that Momoshiki powers or whatever. That's when Momoshiki finally takes over Boruto's body and proceeds to try to kill Naruto. And it's at this moment when Kawaki finally reawakens his karma. But not just reawakens it, he reawakens it stronger than it ever was before. Now he has the horn, now he has a dojutsu, things of that nature. So pretty much what Amado was trying to do was, one, he was trying to manufacture a karma, and then he was trying to perfectly resonate a karma, and then see if he can redo and remake a karma stronger than before. And so far, he has done it. Now, where this gets dicey, where it gets ugly, is because now in this next chapter, well, how the chapter ended, he's supposed to be bringing Ada and Damon to the Leaf Village. And Damon seeming to be stronger than Cold, Ada having this ability to be able to see everything, make everybody attracted to her and stuff like that. Who's to say that Amado doesn't have a program switch on all of these people and will have them just move out on the mission of taking Boruto to the Ten Tails? Because at the end of the day, all they have to do is just feed one of them to the Ten Tails, whether it be Kawaki or Boruto. For some reason, Kawaki is very precious to their goal. Boruto is disposable to them at this point. He's just the Hokage's son. They don't have a real reason for wanting to save Boruto. They don't have a real reason for wanting to be on the same side as Boruto, especially since he took down Momoshiki. And since there is the potential that Momoshiki could hop back into Boruto's body, in a sense, it would be Amado's best interest, or anybody's best interest, to try to feed Boruto. As much as I don't want Boruto to get fed to the Ten Tails, this is where they're going to try to go. Amado has put fail-safes into all of his cyborgs. He has put a core into all of his cyborgs. And as we can see with Cold, he was able to put a password, a limiter on him that can only be, rescinded with his eyesight and his verbal command or whatever. And, who's to say he doesn't have one on Ada and Damon as well? Like, yeah, they were ordered to be destroyed. They just weren't destroyed. Now that they aren't destroyed, he can use them the same way how he planned to use them before. Now, that's another thing. If he had these cyborgs before to try to quote unquote take down Jigen, what else could they be for now? Because you can say, oh, it's to help the Leaf, but like, what other threats are we gonna have that's stronger than Jigen at this point? If Damon just freaking wrecked Cold, you know what I mean? Of course, the only other threat would be Kawaki or Boruto. Boruto's the wild card, bro. That's why Boruto's the wild card, because he has Momoshiki. And because Momoshiki isn't completely gone from existence, there is still that possibility that Momoshiki might still arrive and pop out. That is going to be the problem, And I'm pretty sure Amado is taking this into consideration, that, Momoshiki is going to be the problem. That's why we have the new Cyborg Delta. He gave him the chakra pills. He's seen that Boruto said he doesn't want the chakra pills no more. He gave Boruto the crazy side eye when Boruto says, I think I can handle these powers on my own now. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, Amado wants to make sure, one, Kawaki is good and that his karma is going to work. And two, he wants Kawaki to do what he needs him to do. Now, we can always go and speculate on what Amado's wish is and what he wants or whatever. But whole time, bro, I just want to say that Amado has been playing shogi on these motherfuckers. He has been causing a problem. He has been causing one problem that takes up two spaces. There we go. He's making one move that takes up two spaces, and because he's taking up two spaces, only one space can be avoided. And by the time people get to that second space that he's taken up, he's already progressed to take over two more spaces. So at this point, we're pretty much trying to play catch up to Amado. There's a few things that's going on in his plans that have been unaccounted for, like Kashin Koji staying alive, Boruto surviving after Kawaki tried to kill him, Ada and Damon still being alive. But even though these things have came into play, he still knows how to act and move accordingly. Like now he's literally about to bring Ada and Damon to the Leaf Village. Here it is, they were just the villains, and now we're about to bring them to the Leaf Village and potentially bring these guys on the good side. And this is a bad thing because, like I said, these guys are cyborgs of Amado's. All he has to do is say the word and they might just try to capture Boruto, or even worse, they might even capture Naruto. They might capture Naruto, put Naruto in a headlock, and like, hey y'all, do what we say or else. We want Boruto right now. And of course Boruto gives his life to protect his dad. And yeah, man. But this has been my theory and speculation. I'm sorry for all the extra unnecessary noises. Like I said, I'm fighting the flu. Y'all please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll be back with more. You did. Thank you.